what do you think this bill is going to mean for Pakistan?
Well, thank you, and Assalamu alaikum to your viewers. What the bill has failed to take into account, the level of distrust that general Pakistani public has towards American policies in the region for last 8 years, and has taken another dimension when they have tried to put a strain over the Pakistani institution, which the Pakistani nation is very sensitive about, and that's army. Another major issue that has been touched is Pakistan's nuclear capability in the region. And we have seen the whole objection is not about the actual promises that had been made in the bill, but it's about the list of demands that has been proposed through this bill. It's not the first time we haven't seen this. We have gone through the Pressler amendments in the past. We have seen Biden-Lugar legislation, which was again Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan specific, and there were some other controversial clauses. But what makes this whole case so disturbing for Pakistani nation is that our current government has tried to place international guarantors to safeguard the Pakistani institutions like parliament. Instead, they would have relied on the Pakistani public opinion that has given them mandate to rule over them, to serve them for the next 5 years.
Well, let's turn to Kamran Bukhari in Toronto. Well, the Pakistani army as well as the opposition, as we have been reporting, have expressed serious concern about what there is in this bill. They're saying that it is going to undermine Pakistan's sovereignty. But we actually don't know exactly what there is in this bill. What can you tell us about it?
Well, this bill essentially says that the aid package is contingent upon the U.S. Secretary of State periodically certifying that the Pakistani state is dominated by the civilians and not by the military. B, that Pakistan is not a launch pad for militant groups to attack Afghanistan and India. And part of the first stipulation is that the civilian government should have extensive control. The language is very explicit in terms of the civilians having the upper hand in determining the budget of the military, the promotions, the chain of command, and so on and so forth. Essentially, what the Obama administration is trying to do is to reshape the nature of Pakistan as it has existed since its creation in 1947. I mean, the military, for wrong reasons or right reasons, and I don't want to get into that debate, has dominated the Pakistani state. And the Obama administration, through this Kerry Logar bill aid package, is trying to, pursue a really ambitious project, which is turning Pakistan into a functioning democracy, or trying to do that.
Mr. Ali in London, do you think that the U.S. is trying to reshape Pakistan?
Well, we have, of course I agree, it is trying to reshape Pakistan for a very long time, but not for democracy, but for their personal reasons only. That is American interest in the region. As long as their interest suits a dictator, they can have an undivided support towards Musharraf for the last 8 years. Now we have seen there is no democracy at this level, what we have seen in Pakistan, where still there is one window operation. Coming back to Kerry Logar bill, what my daily friend has mentioned regarding the checks has been placed on the Pakistani army institution. The political parties and political workers have struggled long enough against the overstretched control of Pakistan army over the Pakistan institution. But again, we have seen that it's not the international power that secure the democracy within the region. It's the independent media, it's the judiciary, it's the parliament, it's the people of that nation that guarantee a democratic process in the region. What 1.2 billion aid package, which in fact is, if you can see, it is $8 per person per year. If through this amount, America is trying to influence the public opinion, it has clearly failed to do so. Coming back to the demands that have been put in place on Pakistan, we think that this is a direct interfere into the sovereignty of Pakistan. The demands have been made which are unrealistic and can be done through parliamentary system, which America should be promoting, that is strengthening the Prime Minister of the country and not supporting Asif Zardari, which is presidential figurehead for the state.
Well, this next question I'm going to ask both of you. I'll allow Kamran Bukhari to address it first. Well, Pakistan obviously has serious economic problems. Do you think, well, the opposition and the army have been saying that the conditions in the bill are humiliating. At the end of the day, do you think that Pakistan will compromise its sovereignty for U.S. aid?
Before I get into that, I do want to point out that I agree that the ultimate goal of the United States here is not to promote democracy for the sake of democracy. It is its interests. The interest that the United States sees is that it cannot deal with the cross-border militancy problem between Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India so long as the military has the upper hand. Now, this is the thinking of the Obama administration. They think that the solution of Afghanistan, the solution to problems that India is facing, have to do with the lack of democracy in Pakistan. So democracy is a tool. Now, as far as your question about, will Pakistan give up its sovereignty, I doubt that that is possible because if the government of Pakistan were to come too strongly in support of this bill, then it runs the risk of alienating itself in Pakistan. If nothing else, it will be voted out of power, assuming that the process continues until the next elections, which are slated for 2013. But even before that, there would be a huge crisis between the military, supported by the opposition, against this government. So I don't see this automatically turning into Pakistan giving up its sovereignty.